Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing, guys? I hope that you're doing great. Today, inshallah, we're going to be with the same unit, which is unit 5. We're talking about the communication and the different ways of communication and the different people and personality that we meet in different social occasions. And here, you have the question is, what does it mean, small talk? Actually, small talk means when you talk to someone in the first time to see him or her, so you have this small talk, which means a slight talk or a small conversation, because you don't go into details or deeper with someone you just have seen him for the first time. And here that, which topic do you prefer to discuss or to talk about or to use it when you talk to someone for the first time? Here I'm just gonna give you different options, and you feel free to use whatever you want from these different topics. Yeah, first one is the children and family. You can ask him or her just how many children do you have, how many family members, do you like your family, why and why not, and you discuss different issues about this one. Second is a current affairs. Current affairs. Current affairs. What does it mean, current affairs? Current means now, and affairs means problems or just issues or just topics. So you can say, for example, current affairs. You ask about the updated news or updated information, or the information that all the people interested in, like the politics, like for example the health, international or the world health. Like, let me give you a very clear example, which is coronavirus. So coronavirus, it's a current affair. The third one, which is entertainment. What does it mean, entertainment? Entertainment, like everything or any activity that you feel that you are active, you are joyful, you're funny, and all those things, like watching movies, whatever. And here are healthy problems. You talk about the problems of being healthy, like obesity, like just why some people cannot go to the gym and these things. And here that you have, okay, so and then you talk about your hobbies. What do you like to do in your free time exactly? And here, marital status, which means, are you married, are you single, are you divorced, are you, for example, a widow, and these things. Salaries, I think this is not, or it's an appropriate thing to ask someone about his salary. Really ridiculous. It's not acceptable at all, I think, for my personality. And these topics, guys, based on everyone's knowledge, everyone's education, and his personality, as I see. And here also the sports, where, for example, which team or which, like for example, favorite club that you cheer, and here the weather. Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, so guys, here let's go for the second slide, which is useful expressions, because the previous one we tackled different topics. You can just use them as a start, or I'm sorry, as a small talk. You can just use it as a small talk, as a slight conversation for the first time. And based on that, we're going to go for useful expressions for conversation openers and conversation closers. So you can use this one to open the conversation, and this one to close the conversation, whatever the topic is. So we can start by, how is it going? Can you believe this weather? It's awful, which means it's bad. That's a great jacket, or it's a great eyeglasses and those things. Do you know many people here? And let's go for the closers. Closers, when you close the conversation, you can say, for example, see you later, sorry, I've got to run, talk to you soon. What does it mean? I've got to run, which means I should go home or I should leave right now. It was great to meet you, and I should get going. I'll call you later. Okay? So you can just try to use them in recorded conversation for yourself by using openers and closers. Okay, so I know that you exactly over appreciate writing, but actually, yes, writing, guys, is really important for yourself and your personality as well. So before we mentioned in writing the topic sentence, and as we mentioned, this is the first sentence in paragraph that it tackles, or it it's directing the reader to the ideas or the thoughts he's gonna just face in the article or in his paragraph. Okay, so let me just go today for something is really fun and lovely and really nice to help you to write an excellent paragraph. Not excellent only, it's also organized with the ideas by using what? Something is called the outline. What does it mean, outline? Outline, this is something you start like to plan. Outline, it's equal the word planning. You outline your paragraph, which means you plan it. So here that you have, as you see, a paragraph. Okay, so I need just you to pause the audio or the recording of this session, and you go through, okay, this one. Then you can just go like read it and take your time, and then I'll just go, then you can move forward and we can just go together to discuss what we exactly mean by organized ideas by using the outline. Okay, so guys, here that I got some vocabulary related to the previous article that it was written, and for sure it was tackling or discussing the usage of the cultural rules. Like for example, some people, they have different traditions and rules based on their culture. So here that we're talking about using the phone in Japan, but here those words involved, we need just to get their meanings in order to understand more deeply the reading comprehension or the writing article. So here, constantly means frequently, like more time. Silent mode, a setting on cell phone that shuts off the ring or any other noise, which means to keep it silent. Okay, glaring at, you look at someone in angry manner. Like for example, when you talk a lot and your teacher is looking at you, like glaring at you because you talk and she needs you to focus. Yes, exactly. Yes, and now you imagine my just eyes, how I am glaring right now. Okay, and this one is a scolded. Scolded means tell someone that we're doing was inappropriate, often in an angry manner. Like for example, when your teacher glaring at you because you're talking and talking and talking, then she's gonna scold you, which means to tell you words. That means you did something bad. And here, shocked. Shocked means unpleasantly surprised, which means when you got shocked because there is something bad happened. Okay? So let's move forward to discuss the meaning of the outline and the organized ideas. Okay, so guys, after you've read the written article, that right now we are going to go to discuss how can we make outline by or planning this outline. Actually, this outline can be planned by just A, B, C, this way. And this is you do it before start writing, not while writing or after writing. No, before. Why before? Because you organize your ideas before you start writing to be or to have at the end organized paragraph. So here let me go for the A. A means a topic sentence. You are going to go through a topic sentence. So the previous article that it was talking about the cultural rules in Japan for taking phones in public speaking. So here you have speaking on cell phone in some public places in Japan is impolite. So this is the topic sentence, and for sure, after you've understood that this topic sentence is going to direct you through that why using cell phone or taking the phones or taking the calls in the public places in Japan it's impolite. Why and how and those different questions, we are going to go for something is called supporting sentences, which means your details and your examples for your topic sentence. Let me just go here for recommended behavior, general example, and personal example. Recommended behavior, like what is the behavior that some people exactly in Japan say this is impolite for it. And then general example, you are going to get a general example, and then personal example, which means related to your experience. Afterwards, you are going to go for the concluding sentence, which is to sum up or to tell us in brief that what was the topic itself about, and what exactly the main points, but in different sentences. So here, after you've read, I need you guys to support me or to help me in answering or filling those gaps. So here we fill the first one. It's impolite in Japan just to take or to speak or to take calls in some public places in Japan, because it's considered as impolite. And recommended behavior. So here it's gonna be that be a step away from people or speak softly and cover your mouth, okay, because this is recommended behavior to do them, okay, to avoid being impolite in Japan. General example, that train announcements remind passengers put phone on silent, okay. And the personal example, that people glaring for taking call in cafes. Okay, so people really like, for example, when you are in a group and just you have a call, you just stand up and you glare, which means you exactly shake your head and you like look strongly to someone. That means you are going to take this call. And the last one here is, there is good reasons why Japan people, okay, use polite behaviors, okay, when they speak on cell phones. Okay, so this is all, which mean the reasons why Japan people, okay, so use polite behaviors when they speak on the cell phone. So this is the concluding sentence, because he mentioned here why they use those polite behaviors to avoid being impolite in public places. Okay, so that's all for how can we make an outline. And as we mentioned, it's gonna be before writing. طيب انا I need to tell you something in Arabic. احنا محتاجين نستخدم ده في الكتابه بتاعتنا، حتى واحنا هنبدا نذاكر نعمل اسي questions، ازاي نحل ازاي نانسر ابلكيشن، محتاجه كلام كتير نتكلم فيه عن نفسنا. الاوتلاين ده بيساعدنا ان احنا نبقى منظمين في افكارنا، لان اي حد القراءه بتبقى شيء صعب ومجهد على اي شخص، فبالذات لو هيقرا معلومات عن حد. فانتوا بليز لو انتوا عايزين تتقبلوا في شغلانه، عايزين يبقى عندكم مثلا CV كويس، الكلام ده كله you should be organized in your writing. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's move forward بقى and to apply about the next slide. Okay, so guys, I need you here also to come and to go with me to elaborate more where are the topic sentence, where are the concluding sentence, and where are the supporting details or the supporting sentences. So here we're speaking on cell phone in public place in Japan considered impolite, and here that you have full stop. This is the topic sentence. And then those things I need you just to go and to pick them out. They are the sentences, which is a recommended behaviors, a personal experience, and which the last one, which is the public advice that all the people can do, general and personal advice or behaviors. And the last here one, there is a good reason why Japan people use polite behavior when speaking on cell phones. This is exactly the concluding sentence. He's telling you in different ways that what is this article is tackling or discussing. So here guys, we finished the second online or the second recorded session. I hope that everything right now is somehow easy. I need you guys to help yourself more and to support yourself. I believe in you that you are going to do it inshallah anyway, and to pass this hard condition that we are all of us in. Try to study hard and try to push yourself forward. I wish for you all the best. ان شاء الله يعني هتبقى مهمة شاقة عليكم الترم ده، بس I believe in you that everything it's gonna be okay. Okay, so best of luck for all of you and see you inshallah next week. Have a lovely day.